What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 7 of off-season training. This is the first week going into using that wider competition grip bench grip that I learned from Tom DeLong at the USPA coaching cert. It's definitely different. It feels a lot more locked in. As you can see, my elbows are not needing to go much past the midline of my body. That's why I filmed it from a couple of different angles here, just to kind of really see what's going on as far as elbow tracking. But it definitely shortens my range of motion, so it's interesting to not feel like I have to do that sink and heave to get the momentum off the bottom and carry through that sticking point. Although you can see on some of these I'm not quite sure where I need to be lowering to, and I don't quite figure out how to drift the bar back at the right time to keep a nice smooth pressing path, mostly because the wider grip has me touching a little bit higher on the chest, and I don't have to arc the bar backwards as dramatically as I did with a closer grip. So went like 5 sets of 5 on the main bench variation, and then I'm using these triple pause presses here to just really work on keeping control of the bar throughout the entire range of motion. I'm pausing a few inches off the chest like a spoto press, dropping down to the chest to pause, and then pausing on the way up as well. And these really help kind of groove that pressing pattern for me. So I'll be keeping these in for the next couple of workouts until I'm more familiar with the grip and kind of how to best use that. So obviously it's not going to feel the greatest the first week out, but I think after a few weeks of getting to practice with having my hands out wider, this is definitely going to be a stronger variation. To kind of overload the triceps and still get some more practice in that grip width, we decided to work a floor press. Did about 4 total sets there with chains. Did a couple sets of 8, trying to add a chain each time, and then did one big drop set, which was shown in the video there. Squats did not go so great this week. I'm back to having some hip rotation issues again, which I've, since this video, hopefully found a fix for. I've been doing some rehab work for it all throughout the week, but this is really starting to piss me off, just because you can see the shift gets pretty bad here. This is the top set of 4 or 5, which moves like shit. Totally just dipping to the side, and the knees are coming in, so it's killing my tightness out of the bottom and my pop. And you can see even on these lighter sets, which I didn't include all of them in the video here because there was 8 sets of 5 that we did, that I'm pretty noticeably shifting my hips to the right, away from the right leg. So gotta figure this out. This is driving me nuts. I did watch a video by Chris Duffin that addresses a few different ways to fix a hip shift in a squat, so I'm going to use some of those methods along with some that I got from a video with Chad Wesley Smith that should hopefully get rid of this, because I'm ready for my squat to start feeling good again. So 8 sets of 5, got these knocked out in about 25 minutes. Nothing with them felt all that great. This is one of the better looking sets towards the end there. So decided to redeem myself with my deficit pulls for the week. Went a set of 3 at 405, set of 3 at 455, and then hit 495 for a top set of 5 reps, which felt pretty good, all considering. But yeah, just not necessarily the greatest session. So after these pulls, hit the normal shrugs, used 405 for I think 4 or 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps, trying to lean forward just slightly so I can build up not just the upper traps but also the mid and lower traps as well. So just trying to hit the upper back really hard on this main day, and whatever, still put in some good work. So overhead day, which isn't filmed here, also went really well. Went really well, not also. I hit a 250 overhead press for the first time, so it's right around body weight because I weighed in at 249 this week. I don't know if I've done that before, I don't really remember. I think I may have attempted a 275 at some point and missed it, but I couldn't find it looking back over my log, so we're going to call that a PR. Then followed it with 205 for a triple double and a single. And that brings us to this day, which is the secondary squat and deadlift day. Worked up to 510 for a set of 5 on the Hatfield squats. These definitely felt good, and I don't have any weight shifting here, so I'm hopefully that a little bit of rehab work that I had done between these 2 sessions was successful, because this day felt really good. But I will be switching up after the next, which will be the final week of the current program that I'm on. I'm going to be trying to switch over to a 3 times a week frequency for all 3 of the lifts per Tony Harris's suggestion. He gave me kind of a copy of his base program outline and made a couple of tweaks to kind of customize it for myself. And the goal is to be working a variation of a squat, bench, and deadlift on each of the 3 main training days. He says that I won't need anything over that, so I'm going to run the program as written for the first cycle, which is 5 weeks with a deload, and then after that I may end up bringing in like an accessory work day for back and arms and shoulders and stuff. So we will see about that. I'll kind of have some more details in the next week or two once I go ahead and actually start that program. So this is it. Chain deads up to 405 plus I think 160 pounds of chain. You can see a little bit of hip shift here as well. So I think what I needed to do was either bring my feet out a little bit or just not be a bitch. So we'll see. Not necessarily the greatest week of training, but did have a couple of high moments. I was happy for the 510 and I was happy for the 250 overhead press. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the gym's website at savagegym.com.